Breaking news, Nigerians. A federal high court in Abuja has nullified the People's Democratic Party's governorship primary election that selected Ighodalo as the party's candidate. Guys, this is serious. Now, the court ruled that the primary election held on February 22nd, 2024 was invalid because 378 eligible delegates were unfairly excluded from participating in the voting process. Justice Iyang had declared the judgment on Thursday in response to the lawsuit filed by the aggrieved delegates, setting aside the primary election result. The suit marked THC/ABJ/CS/165/2024 was instituted by one Honorable Kelvin Mohammed in a representative capacity. Justice Ekwo held both the provisions of the Electoral Act 2022 and the PDP guidelines were grossly violated in the conduct of the primary election held at the Samuel Egbemudia Stadium in Benin City. The party's primary election was marred by controversy in February after the former deputy governor of the state, Philip Shaibu, invaded the party's national office, demanding recognition as the party's legitimate governorship candidate. And Shaibu had raised concerns that he was under threat of impeachment for doing the right thing in the Edo State PDP. Both Shaibu and Ighodalo emerged as the PDP governorship candidate in the Edo State elections, following simultaneous primaries held on February 22, 2023. However, the party insisted that Ighodalo remains the PDP's only candidate and gave him the certificate of return. The PDP later said its legal team was waiting for Philip Shaibu in court over the party's primary election dispute in the state. And they've been going to courts to see to this. And Philip Shaibu is hell-bent on chasing this fight till the end. So now the Nigerian High Court have nullified the Edo State PDP primary elections. This is coming barely few months to the September 21st elections in the state. I'm sure that the PDP will appeal the court's ruling. I'm sure they will appeal the court's ruling because this is coming, a little bit too late. And with the way things are going, I think someone is trying to, to dismantle the PDP in Edo State. Someone is trying to frustrate the People's Democratic Party in Edo State. I can see an invisible hand of somebody, especially from the federal power, trying to, use the judiciary to sway their way into power ahead of the September 21st, 2024 elections in the state. So a lot of political analysts have been looking at the odds playing in this game of politics in Edo, because it seems that some past grievances are yet to be forgiven and forgotten. Governor Godwin Obaseki had made a remark concerning Tinubu when he was running for, his governorship position, where he said, Edo no be Lagos. Edo is not Lagos. He made that statement. And he, that statement was indirectly, thrown at Bola Tinubu. And then we started seeing some face-off between Obaseki and Bola Tinubu. Now it seems that the APC in Edo State, they are trying to, to work their way through the judiciary, because this judgment, this is strictly parties' affairs. This is strictly the party's affairs. So I don't see any reason why, this judgment should be done at this time when they've concluded the primary elections, and now some certain persons wants to use the judiciary to undermine the elections in the state. So if they said that the elections, the primaries conducted at the Samuel Obemudia Stadium, where Ighodalo was chosen as the flag bearer of the party. If they are saying that election is null and void, so what then is left for Asue Ighodalo? What is left for Asue Ighodalo? Because the judiciary is at work again, and it seems that they are going for Asue Ighodalo. They are going for Asue Ighodalo. And the PDP, it seems that they are aware that some certain elements within the party are plotting to make sure they see Asue Ighodalo nullified. This is the third time. This is the third time we are seeing court rulings on Asue Ighodalo's case. The first person that dragged Asue Ighodalo and the PDP to court was Philip Shaibu. Afterwards, another aggrieved candidate in the party had dragged Asue Ighodalo to court, and then the court dismissed their case, noted that it lacked the local standing, that this is a party's affair, and that they should approach the party before approaching the court. Now, the courts to declare judgment on issues that relate, to the party. I don't know how this is going, but I'm sure that there is something cooking in Edo State, and this seems to be the handiwork of some persons who are very angry with Obaseki and the PDP in the state. And with the way I'm seeing it, Philip Shaibu might also be behind this. Philip Shaibu might be behind this very issue, because Philip Shaibu noted that these delegates, the delegates they ought to have the delegates that ought to have been presented at the election, they were not there. Instead, they swapped them for other persons, about 300 and something delegates. But those delegates were excluded from participating in the voting process, and they brought in other persons. So this has been one of the statements from Philip Shaibu. He kept on emphasizing on these delegates. So it seems that these delegates in turn have carried this matter to court. They approached the court, and now the court has, in its own judgment, declared that primary election null and void. So does it mean that the PDP will now, conduct another primary elections, or they will have to appeal against this judgment? So guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.